I was actually going to put the Link ECU in today, so maybe I should do that. It's probably a good idea. Okay, let's do that. And it looks like it's going to have to be modified straight out of the packet, but what's unusual about that?
A few moments later.
Now, for some reason unknown to me, this is where the ECU is in this car. So to get it out, we need a 10mm. 1, 2, 3, done. And this lifts off. Right, there's the ECU and other shit. So we need to undo this. Undo this. Couple of clips for that, and here's our ECU. Now we can unplug that, unplug that, unplug that, unplug that. Now Link is very adamant that you do not touch any of the pins because you could give the thing static electricity damage. So we're not going to do that. We won't do that at all. Now we lift this out, and there's the ECU out. Now, normally what you would do with a Link ECU is you'd pull this thing apart, take the screws out of the bottom, and then switch over the circuit boards. But here's one I prepared earlier. Ta-da! This is my modified ECU. So I took the internals out of the standard one, put the Link in there, this way, like so. I'm going to do these up by hand. I guess that kind of goes like that. All right, which one was which? They probably only plug in one way. There we go, there we go. There's no middle one. That's a bit of a worry. Not sure what's going on there, but I don't have that on my car. Need to connect that up. That's USB. Plug this in. There we go, done. This can run over and out somewhere. Not sure where you're supposed to do that. Link isn't clear. They don't tell you. That really isn't long enough. That should have been about 1 centimeter longer in my opinion, but whatever. It is what it is, and it is not very good. There we go. Right, so that's that installed. This somehow has to make it all the way into the car. I'm not sure how it's going to do that. Maybe we use an extender or something. Also not sure how we're going to run this out of here, because this has to go all the way over to the this here has to run all the way over to over there. So I'm not really sure how I get it over there in a stealthy way. Through this is probably a cool idea. Somehow get it through. There's a lot of room in there, so I could definitely squeeze that in if I'm willing to retape it. Quite a bit of work, but be very stealthy if I can get it done. I've taken the top off again because I have to do something with these and I want to be slick with them. I kind of want to run the USB down through the bottom and then out and into this here, and this will run it all the way into the car. Just open up that conduit, put it in there, and then close the conduit up again. This one, I'm thinking I want to run through this, through here, through that, and then over. Then you won't be able to see it. I think that will be pretty good. So this would run to here with a connector. This would then this line would be always in here, and then I have another connector on the other end of this plastic. Damn GoPro keeps turning off because it gets too hot. Action camera. So I've run it through this plug here, through the conduit. I had to take a lot of tape off to get to that. Now I've got it through this, so it's just a matter of pulling it through. Yeah, this is not the easiest thing to do. I don't recommend it, but it's going to look pretty slick when it's finished, I think. All right, we're going to run with that. Yep, feed that back into there. Done, completely hidden. Okay, so you see that runs into there, through the conduit, through this thing, and I'm up to here. Now I've peeled this plastic back, undid a bolt underneath, and then undid this clip, and then I'll feed this through. It'll pop out over here, and that'll be where I stop messing with it, basically. Is it gonna let me just feed it through? It's probably not. It'd be really nice if it would. Just let me do that. Oh, it's going. I really need to get to this bolt under here, but it's hidden. Yeah, it's not working very well. I need to just get the cover off. It uses these horrible clips.
Much later.
Oh, it's just a pull. Yeah, it's horrible, but it's just a pull. That sucks. There we go. I really recommend you don't do this. It's just horrible. This is never supposed to come apart, I think. Toyota were like, never, ever, ever pull this apart. And here's me trying to do it. There we go. So we're through. There's only one left. There we go. Okay, we are open. Open for business, mate. Can we pop out the end, please? She turned off because of heat again. I don't know how hot it is outside, but I'm not dying. So I don't know why the GoPro is. We got it all done. Runs through there now. Pops out here, nice and neat. You can't see it. Didn't damage anything. Everything's back together. I don't recommend doing that, but if you do it, inside here, like at the back, there's a clip that's got sort of semi-knot. It's kind of, it's shaped like a blunt arrow from a bow and arrow. So it's a straight piece with like flares on the sides. You know what I mean? And getting them to let go, even though the flares aren't very big, is just a pain in the ass. They don't want to let go. Okay, so that's how you do that. This one, oops. This one is just, there we go. Just like that. Okay, so that's that done. That tape was already like that. I didn't do that. Believe it or not. Okay, so I need to put that bolt back in and this bolt back in to hold that in place. Use a whole shit ton of tape and then that. I've decided to extend the quest.
Quest? I'm already on a quest.
I've removed the 3 bolts that hold this bracket boxy thing in and undone all of this, and we're just going to lift this out of here real quick if we can. Yep, there, come on. There we go. Right, so that's out. So now that I've got this, I can undo the tape here just a little bit to get the USB cable up and out. I don't really, I mean, I would like to run it through this conduit, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to do that too. I mean, it's probably the right way to do it. And after I said that, now I'm thinking I probably should do it that way. But I guess I've come this far, I may as well, you know? Like, I've come this far already. It's not that much extra work to get, I mean, shit, let's just do it. Instead of standing and talking about it, and get it done. Under here, there's actually a hole in the conduit. I didn't put that there, it's just where they didn't tape. There's no tape on the top here. So if even if the USB came out of there, that would still be a much slicker way than just running it straight out of the box and sort of just hanging here. So I might just aim for that today, and then we can look at from here onwards another day, because it's getting late. It's almost 3 o'clock. I already know that I'm not going to be able to finish this today because I am out of electrical tape, which means I have to go to the shop to get some. I have to unwrap all of this, put the USB cable in, and then wrap it all in electrical tape, put the ECU and everything back. I don't like my chances of getting all that done today before it gets dark. I don't have any lights out here in the shed, so once it gets dark, I'm screwed. Just got to get on with it. Probably the easiest way to go is like this. Let's use our, we'll just use fingers, I think. And that is, are we through? Almost. There she is. There we go. Okay. Now I don't know how much of that I need through. That I should probably test, right? Okay, so let's put this back here temporarily Right, we're in place. How's that? Okay, so I'm happy with that. Happy with the amount of slack I've got. Let's pull this back out again and start doing what we got to do. Done. Okay, so we're going to run with that. You need to be there. Yep, okay.
Later that same evening.
So I went to the hardware store, picked up some tape ready to go, but the problem is you're not really going to be able to see what's going on. So I thought, this is what Greg bought for me with his generous donation. Thank you very much again, Greg. The channel thanks you because now you'll be able to see. Let's get this thing set up. Ready for this? Off. On. Holy crap. You can see. Thanks again, Greg. Let's get into some taping. First thing I'm going to do is squash it. And the reason I want to do that is because I want to take the cardboard out of the middle of it so that I can maneuver it into difficult to reach places. Might need a screwdriver assistance here. There we go. Beautiful. Now it'll squash and you can manipulate it into difficult to reach locations. See that? Couldn't do that if it had the cardboard in the middle. This is not fun.
Much later.
And we're done. This section here. Make sure that's nice and sealed. There we go. Okay, that's taped up. That's done, yeah? Okay. Now, as much as that's probably going to be fine, Toyota had a shit ton of tape on here, so I'm going to put a shit ton of tape on here too, which means I'm going to do the whole thing again.
Much later.
So I've wrapped this twice. I'm confident it's not going to ever leak. Do you want to tidy this up a bit? I guess we probably could.
Quest? I'm already on a quest. On a quest.
This guy, it's got to go on here. Brush. This goes up in here. This goes in here, like that. Now to wrap up this earth that's split down here.
Quest? I'm already on a quest.
And it was a different coloured one. Yeah, it's that one. The earth is now fixed. Good. Okay, so that's all that complete. I still need to run the USB through the firewall, but I want to get the ECU put back first. If you're watching this and you're enjoying this footage, do me a favor and leave a comment that says thanks Greg, because Greg's the reason you can see this. All these plugs up through here, and then we insert the grommet. Okay, that's good. Get that out of the way. Okay, we're in. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, we need to figure out where these go too. I have a feeling they only fit in one spot. Okay, it goes that way, doesn't it? And that one's going to go to... Oh dear. I don't know. No. No. I think that's definitely that one, yeah? Okay, let's do that. And that looks to be... Yeah, that's that. That fits really well there. Ah, that goes in there, because that fits. And that goes in there, because that fits. Right, that's that done. Now, this plug... Yeah. Comes over there like so. And down in there like so. This one goes in here. There we go. The blue is going to go into ECU, I think. Those two go to ECU. We can plug this back in again now because everything's plugged into the bottom. Feed that into there. That goes around there. This comes into here. Like that. There we go. That's how you do it. You guys go in there. Yep. You guys go into there. Good to go. We just plug you in here. Yep. There we go. There we go. Yep. So still fits. Lid still fits. It's all good. I'm just going to pop this back off again because I don't like this movement from the USB. Worried about it's going to damage the cable, so I want to put a small hole through this plastic here to run a zip tie through so that this can lock here and then not move. Oops, forgot to turn the camera on. Well, there's my hole for the zip tie. Might be actually too bright, you might not be able to see anymore. But yeah, there's a hole in there. I drilled through this wall and then into that one. So we're going to go through that hole. I got a zip tie in. Just pop that off. Yeet that into the abyss. Okay, that's good to go. I just need to put the lid on. And we're done here. Link ECU installed. Done. Right, we've got two nuts here. One down there, and then one down in there. Oh yeah, there it is. That one. And that one. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but yeah, kind of have to. Hey, hey, blue magnetic socket. That's what I needed. Thanks, Mark. Done. 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 Kind of want to double check this now that I've been messing with that. Yep, can clearly hear air coming through. Make sure it's coming through the other end and not out of some hole. Yep, absolutely coming out of there. Okay, this can go in. A couple of these bad boys. One. Two. Oh dear.
Quest? I'm already on.
Where did you go?
2 hours later.
Just f***ing shoot me. Oh, you went too.
Quest?
3 hours later.
Car's like, you're not finishing, ever. You're never finishing. You're never finishing this, I'm sorry. I'm getting a bit upset. Apparently that's not enough to shake the bolt loose. There's one. I got 1 out of 2. Just so you can see, you can't even see it on camera, but I can just see the end of it. There it is. See that? To the lowest point ever in the workshop. Gotcha, bitch. That was time wasted. Okay, this goes here. I'll get... Come on. You don't get your butter. Okay. ECU is back in. I got to put the washer bottle back in 10 minutes later. Right, that's back in. Took me 10 minutes. I can't even tell you how long that took. That sucked. Right, let me explain. It's going to be difficult for you to see. No, it's not anymore because of Greg. See this lump here? This isn't just the shape of the rubber. There's actually something in there. So you have to get your screwdriver up over the top of this hump, but in the inside, to get your zip tie to go through. Attach this to the end of the zip tie, and then hopefully pull the whole lot through. If I pull the zip tie out without this attached to it, I'm going to be so pissed. That really sucked. That took me ages to figure that out. Okay, let's go onto here first. I'm going to go onto the back. I don't care how much tape we use here, as long as it doesn't come loose on me. Be really pissed if this USB cable is junk. I'm going to spray some silicone spray on there to get it nice and slippery, and hopefully that will just pull straight through. Hopefully. Well, we got to that point. It does not want to go any further than that. Yeah. Oh. Pushing it worked. Okay, we're that far. Can I pull the rest through? I can. I have. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That was perfect. That worked. Okay, we are through the grommet. Pull this back through. That's easier said than done as well. Yep, and that's sealed. That's back in. So, yep, just need to wrap it in tape and we're good to go. Bit of parts cleaner on a rag. Trying to constantly give you different views of the same shit is kind of difficult. Okay, just got to put this back in. Line her up. Magnetic ended. Next level shit. Perfect, done. You see how I didn't run them all the way in first try? That's very important because if you run this one in first all the way, that one might not line up anymore. So you run them all in partially, get it where you want it, and then do them up. Like that. Done. It's time to put a battery in. Left hand slam dunk. Yep, sweet. The battery brace. This light is brilliant. I'm actually squinting, it's so bright. I need sunglasses because my future is so bright. Thank you very much to Greg. Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg has a... Well, his name isn't Mr. Greg, it's Mr. Ford, but Mr. Greg, we're going to call you Mr. Greg. Greg's son. Greg's son. Greg has a yellow cappuccino and ever so kindly donated some cash to the channel, and I was able to buy the lights so that I can keep working later at night. Perfect. That's in. Do that up. That can go on when I'm ready to drive it. Can put this in. Washer. Lock washer. Not sure what that's called. Some kind of nut. Okay, that's just in there loosely. Now down here, passenger side kick panel. Here's the USB here. So it's not that bad. If I have like 1 meter extension cord, and then I can get USB plugged into my PC and sit it on the seat or in the glove, oh geez, in the glove box or something. That worked really well. Didn't put up much of a fight at all. And there we go. USB into the car. Look at that. Okay. Leave that there for the minute. I can move that up into the glove box or something later. That really concludes the Link ECU install. Everything else now is to do with other things. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video all the way to the end. If you did, hit the like button. If you'd like to see what happens next, press subscribe. There'll be more Altezza content coming very soon. ITBs and things of that nature, and then more drifting. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Do me a favor, share this video, tell your friends about it, help good people see good videos. Don't forget to check out the description, the Facebook page, the Instagram, all of the things, and I will see you in the next episode. Later.